What's up everyone, it's Rigo, and today we are doing something completely different. Forget everything you think you know about travel, because I'm about to take you on an adventure to a country that most people have never even considered visiting. We are exploring the incredible untold story of Somalia. I'm not talking about the stuff you see on the news. I'm talking about ancient caves with thousand-year-old paintings, secret waterfalls, and beaches that look like they're straight out of a movie. We're going to uncover 10 hidden gems that will completely change your perspective. I spent weeks researching and planning this trip to find the most insane, off-the-beaten-path locations, and what we found is honestly mind-blowing. These places are so spectacular they could be world-famous tourist attractions, but almost nobody knows they exist. We're gonna dive deep into history, explore untouched nature, and meet the amazing people who call these places home. This isn't just a travel video, it's a challenge to see a country in a way it's never been seen before. You are not going to want to miss a single second of this journey. And to make things even more interesting, I've got a challenge for you. At the very end of this video, during our last location, I'm going to drop 2 trivia questions about Somalia. If you've been paying attention, you might have an edge. But trust me, you need to watch the entire video to truly appreciate the beauty and history we're about to witness. So stick around because what you're about to see is going to be absolutely epic. Let's get into it. Alright, for our first stop we're heading to a place that feels like it's from another planet. This is Los Gil. It's not a city, it's not a monument you'd see in a travel guide, it's a complex of rock shelters hidden away in the middle of the Somali desert. Getting here was an adventure in itself, driving through rugged terrain, wondering if we were even going in the right direction. But when you finally arrive and see these massive granite outcrops rising from the ground, you know you found something special. It's completely silent out here, just the wind and the weight of history all around you. As you step inside these caves, it's like walking into a time machine. The walls are covered in some of the most well-preserved ancient rock art on the entire continent of Africa. I'm talking about paintings that are estimated to be between 5,000 and 10,000 years old. It's absolutely insane to think that people were here, creating this art, thousands of years before the pyramids were even built. The colors are still so vibrant, reds, yellows, whites. It's hard to believe they've survived for so long, protected from the elements by the natural overhang of the rock. The paintings themselves are incredible. They depict long-horned cattle, humans, dogs, and even a giraffe. What's crazy is that the cattle are shown with these decorated ceremonial robes which suggests a deep culture of cattle worship or reverence. It tells a story of a time when this arid landscape was lush and green, a savanna teeming with life. You can almost feel the presence of the people who painted them, a civilization that has long since vanished, leaving behind only these beautiful, mysterious messages on the walls for us to find. Standing here, you realize just how much history is hidden from the world. This place should be as famous as Stonehenge or the cave paintings in France, but it's virtually unknown to the outside world. It's a powerful reminder that there are incredible wonders scattered all across the globe, just waiting to be discovered. This is a true world treasure, and we're only on our first stop. The fact that this is just the beginning of our journey is what makes this trip so unbelievably exciting. Next up, we're traveling to the coast, to a place that feels like a ghost town frozen in time. This is the ancient city of Zayla. For over 1,000 years, this was one of the most important trading ports on the entire African continent. It was a bustling hub of commerce, connecting Africa with Arabia, Persia, and even India. Imagine this place centuries ago, with ships filling the harbor, merchants from all over the world walking these very streets, trading gold, ivory, and spices. It was a city of immense wealth and power. Walking through the ruins of Zayla today is a surreal experience. The old city is a labyrinth of crumbling coral stone buildings and mosques. You can see the distinct Arab and Ottoman architectural influences in the archways and the intricate designs that still remain. It's like the entire city is whispering stories of its past glory. We explored the ruins of the Al-Qiblatain Mosque, one of the oldest in Africa, which incredibly has 2 mihrabs, one facing Mecca and the other facing Jerusalem, a testament to the city's ancient history. What's so fascinating about Zayla is its layered history. It was the capital of the medieval Adal Sultanate, a powerful empire that once controlled large parts of the Horn of Africa. But over time, as trade routes shifted and conflicts arose, the city's prominence faded. It was eventually abandoned, left to the mercy of the sea and the sand. Now, it stands as a silent monument to a bygone era, a powerful reminder that even the greatest cities can fall. It's a humbling and incredibly atmospheric place to explore. Standing on the shore, looking out at the turquoise water where a great port once stood, is a powerful moment. You're not just looking at ruins, you're looking at the physical remains of a lost civilization. This isn't something you can read in a book. You have to be here to feel the history in the air. Zayla is a perfect example of the hidden historical depth of Somalia. A story far more complex and grand than most people could ever imagine. And we're just getting started. Okay, from ancient ruins we are now teleporting to a completely different world. We're heading south to a place that shatters every stereotype you might have about Somalia's landscape. This is Badana National Park, the country's very first national park. When you think of Somalia, you probably picture dry, arid land, but this place is a lush, vibrant, and wild coastal jungle. It's one of the most biodiverse areas in the entire country, and it's almost completely untouched by the outside world. The moment you enter the park, the air changes. It becomes humid, filled with the sounds of exotic birds and unseen animals. The landscape is a stunning mix of coastal plains, dense bushland, and these incredible coral reefs just offshore. We're talking about a thriving ecosystem that has been allowed to flourish in isolation. The park is home to a huge variety of wildlife, from rare birds to smaller mammals like the dik-dik, and there are even legends of larger predators still roaming the deepest parts of the bush. Exploring this place feels like being a true pioneer. There are no paved roads, no tourist signs, just raw, untamed nature. We followed some local guides who know this land like the back of their hand, pointing out animal tracks and rare plants. One of the most amazing parts is the coastline within the park. You have these pristine, empty beaches that stretch for miles, backed by dense green vegetation. It feels like a prehistoric landscape, a place where nature is still completely in charge. Badana is more than just a park, it's a symbol of hope. It represents the incredible natural beauty that has endured in Somalia, a treasure that is now being protected. Standing on a cliff overlooking the Indian Ocean, with a thick jungle at your back and not another soul in sight, is an experience that is hard to put into words. It's a powerful testament to the wild heart of Somalia, a side of the country that is so rarely seen. This place is pure, raw, and absolutely beautiful. If you thought the last beach was incredible, you need to see this. We've traveled back north to the city of Berbera, and right outside the city lies a stretch of coastline that is, without a doubt, one of the most beautiful I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm talking about the Berbera beaches. Forget the Maldives, forget the Caribbean. This place is on another level. The sand here is perfectly white and powdery, and the water is a shade of turquoise that honestly doesn't look real. It's so clear you can see straight to the bottom. What makes these beaches so insane is that they are completely empty. We drove for miles along the coast and saw maybe a handful of other people. You can have this entire paradise all to yourself. We found a spot, set up our gear, and just spent the day taking it all in. The water is warm, the sun is shining, and there's a gentle breeze coming off the Gulf of Aden. It is the definition of a perfect beach day, but amplified by 1,000 because of the sheer isolation and untouched beauty of it all. We even went for a swim, and it was unbelievable. The water is so calm and inviting. You can float on your back and just stare up at the endless blue sky with the dramatic Somali mountains in the distance. Local fishermen occasionally pass by in their small boats, a reminder that this beautiful coastline is also a source of life for the local communities. It's a peaceful, serene environment that feels a million miles away from the hustle and bustle of the modern world. This is the kind of place that travel agents dream of finding. It's a completely untapped paradise. The fact that a coastline this stunning exists and so few people know about it is mind-boggling. Berbera's beaches prove that some of the world's greatest treasures are hidden in plain sight, waiting in the places you'd least expect. If this video does one thing, I hope it shows you that beauty can be found everywhere, especially in places that have been overlooked. This is pure, raw, natural perfection. Alright, for our next stop, we're taking a break from the natural landscapes to visit something profoundly important and deeply moving. We are in the center of Hargisa, the capital of Somaliland, to see the Hargisa War Memorial. This isn't your typical statue or plaque. This is a monument built around the wreckage of a MiG-17 fighter jet, a real plane that was used during the Somali Civil War. It's one of the most powerful and unique memorials I have ever encountered anywhere in the world. The monument stands as a stark and constant reminder of a dark period in the region's history, specifically the Hargisa Holocaust in the late 1980s. The jet on the pedestal is one of the planes that was used by the former Somali regime to bomb the city, leading to devastating destruction and the loss of tens of thousands of lives. The people of Hargisa took the symbol of their oppression, the very machine that brought so much pain, and turned it into a monument of remembrance and resilience. It's an incredibly bold and defiant statement. Standing beneath this jet is a very sobering experience. You can see the murals at the base of the monument that depict the scenes of chaos and suffering during the war. It's not meant to be easy to look at. It's meant to ensure that nobody ever forgets what happened here. It also symbolizes the city's incredible rebirth. Hargisa was almost completely destroyed, reduced to rubble, but its people returned and rebuilt it from the ground up. The memorial is not just about the tragedy, it's about the unbreakable spirit of the people who survived and rebuilt their home. This memorial is the heart and soul of Hargisa. It's a place of reflection for the older generation and a history lesson for the younger one. It tells a story of pain, but also one of incredible strength, forgiveness, and the determination to build a peaceful future. Visiting this place gives you a much deeper understanding of the local identity and the journey these people have been on. It's a crucial stop for anyone wanting to understand the real story of this region beyond the headlines. Get ready because we are heading for the sky. Our next destination is one of the most ecologically unique and stunning places in the entire Horn of Africa. We're going to the Madau Mountains. This mountain range is like a secret sky island, a world away from the arid plains that surround it. As you ascend, the temperature drops, the air gets cooler, and the landscape transforms into a dense green forest. It's a side of Somalia that I guarantee you have never seen before. This place is a biological paradise. Because of its unique altitude and climate, the Madau Mountains are home to plants and animals that are found nowhere else on Earth. We're talking about endemic species that have evolved in isolation for thousands of years. The most famous resident is the rare warsangli linnet, a bird that birdwatchers from around the world would dream of seeing. The forests are thick with ancient juniper trees and bizarre-looking dragon's blood trees, which create a truly mystical and prehistoric atmosphere. The trek through these mountains was challenging but absolutely rewarding. We followed narrow paths, with breathtaking views opening up at every turn. You can see for miles looking down over the escarpment towards the Gulf of Aden. At certain times of the day, the clouds roll in and fill the valleys below, making you feel like you're literally walking on top of the world. It's an incredibly peaceful and awe-inspiring experience being surrounded by such ancient and unique nature. The Madau Range is another one of Somalia's hidden treasures, a vital ecological hotspot that holds so much of the country's natural heritage. It's a fragile ecosystem that needs protection, and it highlights the incredible diversity of landscapes that exist within this one country. From desert caves to coastal jungles and now to these cloud-covered mountains, Somalia continues to reveal its secrets to us. This journey just keeps getting more and more unbelievable. Okay, if you thought a mountaintop forest was surprising, what about a massive, beautiful waterfall in a country many people assume is all desert? For our 7th hidden gem, we've traveled to the Puntland region to find the Iskushubin waterfalls. This place is legendary among locals, but almost completely unknown to the rest of the world. Finding it involves a long journey through rugged valleys and canyons, but the payoff is absolutely spectacular. During the rainy season, water cascades down a series of limestone cliffs, creating a stunning waterfall that is over 100 meters tall. The sound of the rushing water echoes through the canyon, a powerful and refreshing sound in the otherwise arid landscape. The water collects in these beautiful crystal-clear pools at the base of the falls, which are perfect for swimming. The contrast of the white limestone, the green vegetation clinging to the cliffs, and the turquoise water is just breathtaking. It's a true oasis. This place is also steeped in local legends and history. For centuries, nomads have used this valley as a crucial water source for their herds. The waterfalls are a source of life, a place of gathering, and the subject of countless stories passed down through generations. Our guide told us tales of ancient kings and mythical creatures connected to the falls. Being here isn't just about seeing a natural wonder, it's about tapping into the deep cultural roots of the region. Diving into one of the cool pools beneath the falls was one of the most refreshing and surreal moments of the entire trip. You're swimming in this perfect natural pool, surrounded by these towering cliffs, with a huge waterfall crashing down nearby, in a remote corner of Somalia. It's a moment of pure magic. Iskushubin is proof that adventure and incredible beauty can be found in the most unexpected corners of the planet. You just have to be willing to look for them. We are now pushing the limits of exploration, heading to one of the most remote and geographically unique places in all of Africa. This is the Hafun Peninsula, the easternmost point of the entire African continent. Jutting out into the Indian Ocean, this place is connected to the mainland by a narrow, 20-kilometer-long sand spit. It feels like you're driving to the end of the world. The sense of isolation out here is immense and incredibly profound. Hafun is not just remote, it's also a place of immense archaeological importance. This peninsula was the location of the ancient trading metropolis of Hobio, a major commercial center that was described in historical texts dating back to the 1st century AD. Archaeologists have found ancient pottery from Rome, Greece, and Persia here, proving that this remote outpost was once a critical link in a global trade network. Walking along the beaches, you can't help but wonder what ancient secrets are still buried beneath the sand. The landscape of Hafun is stark, windswept, and hauntingly beautiful. There are massive sand dunes, rugged cliffs that drop into the ocean, and vast, empty beaches. The peninsula was hit by the devastating 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, and you can still see the reminders of its power. Yet the small fishing communities here have endured, living a life that is deeply connected to the sea. Their resilience is just as awe-inspiring as the landscape itself. Standing on the easternmost tip of Hafun, with nothing but the vast blue Indian Ocean in front of you, is a moment of pure awe. You are literally at the edge of a continent. It's a place that makes you feel small in the face of nature and history. Hafun is the ultimate destination for a true adventurer, a place that rewards a difficult journey, with unparalleled solitude and a deep connection to an ancient past. This is as off the grid as it gets. Our second to last stop takes us to a town with a notorious reputation, a place that was once known globally for all the wrong reasons. This is Eyl. In the late 2000s, this was infamous as one of the main hubs for Somali piracy. But today that story is a distant memory. The town has undergone a remarkable transformation and is now one of the most peaceful, charming, and picturesque places you can visit along the entire Somali coast. Eyl is beautifully situated where a river meets the ocean, nestled in a stunning valley with towering cliffs on either side. The town is split into two parts, a historic settlement inland and a newer coastal village. The old town is filled with crumbling, fort-like structures that are fascinating to explore, hinting at a long history long before the era of piracy. The atmosphere here is incredibly calm and welcoming. The days of pirates are long gone, replaced by a thriving fishing community. The main industry here now is fishing, and you can see the colorful boats lining the shore, bringing in their daily catch. The locals are incredibly friendly and proud of their town's transformation. They are eager to share their stories and show visitors the beauty of their home. We spent the afternoon watching the fishermen walking along the pristine beach and just soaking in the peaceful atmosphere. It's a powerful example of how a place can redefine itself and move towards a brighter future. Eyl's story is one of redemption. It shows that a place's reputation is not its destiny. The natural beauty of this location was always here, but now it's paired with a sense of peace and optimism that is truly inspiring. It's a testament to the resilience of the Somali people and their ability to create positive change. Visiting Eyl isn't just about seeing a beautiful town, it's about witnessing a story of hope unfold in real time. We have reached our 10th and final location on this incredible journey. Welcome to Hobio, another ancient port city with a rich and fascinating history. Like many of the places we've visited, Hobio was once a powerful center of trade, the capital of its own sultanate. Today, it's a quiet town with stunning white sand beaches and historic ruins that whisper tales of its grand past. The crumbling castles and old mosques stand as monuments to a time of sultans and sea trade. The coastline here is, once again, absolutely breathtaking. Massive sand dunes roll right up to the edge of the turquoise ocean, creating a landscape that is both dramatic and beautiful. It's another one of those places that feels completely untouched by the modern world, a slice of raw, natural beauty. Exploring the ruins of Hobio, you can physically touch the history of this place, imagining the ships that once filled its harbor, and the merchants who walked its streets. It's the perfect final stop for our adventure. And now, as promised, while we stand here in this historic spot, it's time for your challenge. I have 2 trivia questions for you. If you get them right, you are a true geography and history master. Let me know your answers in the comments below. First question, What is the name of the narrow strip of land, which is technically a tombolo, that connects the Hafun Peninsula to mainland Africa? Think back to our 8th location, and for the second question, this one is about history. The ancient rock art we saw at our very first stop, Las Gil, is believed to be some of the oldest in Africa. Which animal was depicted wearing ceremonial robes, suggesting it was highly revered by the people who created the paintings? Okay, lock in your answers. This entire trip has been a journey through time, from 10,000-year-old art to medieval sultanates all set against the most stunning landscapes imaginable. And that's it. 10 hidden gems in Somalia that have completely blown my mind. From the ancient art of Las Gil, to the peaceful beaches of Eyl, and the historic ruins of Hobio, this journey has been absolutely unforgettable. We've seen a side of this country that is filled with breathtaking beauty, incredible history, and some of the most resilient and welcoming people I have ever met. My goal for this video was to challenge perceptions and show you a Somalia that you've never seen on the news, and I truly hope we've done that today. This adventure proves that there are still so many wonders left to discover in the world, often in the places we least expect. It's a reminder to stay curious, to look beyond the headlines, and to be open to having your view of the world changed. The story of Somalia is not a single story. It's a complex tapestry of ancient civilizations, stunning natural landscapes, and a vibrant culture that is looking towards a bright future. I feel incredibly privileged to have been able to experience even a small piece of it and to share it with all of you. Thank you so much for coming along on this incredible adventure. If you enjoyed this journey and want to see more content that pushes the boundaries, make sure to hit that like button. It helps the channel more than you know. Don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to see it. And of course, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next crazy adventure we go on. Let me know your trivia answers in the comments. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.